Okay, brother. So I'm going to teach you the foundation. You see, I'm saying this now, but you see, that's why I told you earlier on, like, um, this is going to play out because again, it doesn't really matter. I need to teach you how to see the market. Okay, so the market moves in waves, and every time the market expand, it always in general, it always retraces minimum 50% before expansion. The golden ratio is based on an expansion that is based on the 61.8. So, for example, an expansion is from a swing high to a swing low. We can see that we have a strong expansion. That means for the market to continue, instead of trying to sell here, you have to wait for the market to retrace at least 50%. So to get that retracement, you take your fib level and you because you are expecting the market to continue in the direction of that down move, you have to start to draw your fib level from the top, the swing high, to the swing low. Okay? Now, look at where the price retraced. The price retraced exactly at the 61.8, which is the golden ratio. Now, the 61.8 is 2.6. That means if you take your 2.6 range, you range from here, you divide it by 2.6, it will tell you to sell here. So the indicator you are using is doing the calculation for you. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Now, when the market has decided to reject the 61.8 and start to expand one more time, right? You will notice that the market is creating a smaller expansion. So for example, you see from this swing high to this swing low, there is an expansion. And notice there is a small retracement here, right? That is probably 61.8. You understand? And then there is another expansion from here to here. The market retraces, that's probably 80%. And then the market creates the opposite expansion from this high, from this low to this high. You see the market retrace again, maybe 50%, and it goes higher. It always does that, right? So this is the foundation of trading. You just have to identify a big range or a small range of expansion, and then when the market is retracing, then you adjust your Fibonacci level so that you can catch the continuation. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with this small video and let me know if you understand what I mean, if you have any questions. So for example, here, even though the market comes and grabs some liquidity, the expansion is from this high to this low. The market is retracing, so it has a probability, not a guarantee, a probability of stopping at our fib level, right? So the indicator, you see, the fib is falling exactly on that, you see, exactly on that level. That's why we have this area as a sell trade. Now, the market went to our stop loss, but this is not the real stop loss. This is a stop loss when you want to have tight stop loss. The real stop loss goes here at the 100 level. That's where the real stop loss goes. It doesn't go here. I put it here because I like tight stop loss, right? But the other thing is when I place my stop loss here, let's say I enter the trade blindly, boom, and they hit my stop loss. I don't care because I don't risk everything. I don't risk 100% of my account. I only risk maybe 1%, 2% max. That means I still have a lot of money left, right? Now, I will observe, and then if the market goes to the 80%, 83%, then I'm going to risk another 1%, put my stop loss here. Why? Because if I enter here and the market starts to drop and it drops here, then I already make 4%. That means I'm making actually 3%, right? Because I already lost 1% and I enter again on the 83%. So now if the market hit my take profit here, which is a 4-hour trade, then I'm making 4% on that trade, but I have to remove 1% because I lost 1% previously. And that is how you trade professionally. You cannot just enter the market and based on an indicator you bought and expect it to every trade to win. Okay, so like I said, I don't want to make those videos too long because I want you to digest, understand, take notes, and ask questions so I can answer you. But again, what I just explained to you is you will see it everywhere. Like, look, you see expansion from here to here, market retrace. You see, but it doesn't retrace above this high. That means this high is your where your stop loss goes. That means if you have to take this trade, you put your Fibonacci here like this, and you always wait for the market to retrace minimum at the 50 level. Minimum. Because the higher it goes above the 50, the better the price is going to be. It's like a discount, right? So minimum 50 level. If it goes 60, 80, better. You don't have to enter right away. You can just wait for them to start to change direction, and that is when you would use the lower time frames, such as a 1 minute time frame. You see them make a M or head and shoulder pattern, then you enter your trade. But every expansion is going to provide a retracement, and that retracement has to come at least at 50% minimum before you consider trading in line with that future next expansion. Hopefully that is clear.